Hello, beautiful soul. I'm Samantha of Senses of the Soul, and this is my May 2023 Ascension Energies update for you to help you navigate your ascension journey. So this month's theme is ascendance, and up we are going to go in May. It's going to be a more fast-paced month with more going on and you moving forward in your life after having struggled perhaps these last 3 months with a lot of denser energy, a lot of solar flares, a lot of healing, feeling, and moving through those layers of karma and trauma for yourself. So now a lot of that hard work that you have is going to start to pay off as we move through this year of transformation. So the key words this month are divine purpose. So you're going to connect more to your sense of your purpose, perhaps feel a little more passionate about life, moving forward, perhaps new beginnings, new things happening for you as we move through this eclipse, very potent eclipse portal gateway that we're moving through. And more spiritual growth. So some expansion and growth for you in that area. This is a very spiritual and inner reflective type of year where we are joining body with spirit to really become embodied souls on this journey. And we need it so that we can create a new world paradigm to live in as the old continues to fall away. And I'm sure you're noticing this. We're in the in-between. We're in the becoming. And in May, we're going to awaken again to another level as we've made some great breakthroughs in our own sense of who we are in the last 3 months. And now we're going to take that and put it out, manifest it more out into the world so that we can bring our divine blueprint, not our karmic patterns, which aren't around anymore, but bring that next stage of our divine blueprint online, where we really should be to serve in this world and understand who we really are, a sense of that. So we went through immense clearing and alignment of our second chakra. And we're moving into a new cosmic cycle of creation, which is fire, the fire cycles. We were in wood, which is a much denser, intense time in the last 3 months, which required us to really break through, as I said, a lot of the blocks we had in the way we were thinking, how we thought about ourselves, moved through a lot of self-doubt. And last month around abundance issues, abundance and prosperity, moving through that and our ability to love ourselves enough to receive the abundance we deserve. So we're moving into more of an accelerated spiritual growth time, as I said, as we move into May. And this is where we're going to be focusing on our seventh chakra this month. So the seventh chakra, we're going to align more with our spiritual and earthly self. And that's our crown that sits here at the top of the head. And it's the seat of the spirit. It's where we receive higher guidance. And it moves through that pineal gland and it uplifts our spirit. It helps us channel new ways of living in harmony and seeing reverence in our world and the world around us. Awakening to magic is perhaps another way to put it. And this is where our own energy and our vibrational field intersects with the universal vibrational consciousness. And that's what I also call oneness, or all that is. So the pineal gland, which is located at the top of the head, is an electromagnetic sensor, and it regulates various states in the body, from our moods to our multisensory system, our extrasensory perception. It's biochemical, and electromagnetic interactions are directly tied to its role in our spiritual enlightenment. So it's going to be shifting more this month. And you may find there's various symptoms that you may have, but tingling, headaches, fogginess, memory loss. There may be more coordination issues, clumsiness, that type of thing that happen. when that area of the body is off. For those of you that have my book, you can look at the seventh chakra. I have all of the areas, and I also have it in my written update. You can take a look at all the other various ascension symptoms that you may encounter this month. Depression might be another one. So there, malaise, general malaise. So there are some downsides to this if that is blocked. So take a look and see if they're there, and if there's anything there for you. That will help you know where you are in this process and support you to work with the energies. So authentic spirituality, when you have that, it's via the seventh chakra energy. And as we ascend to align with our higher chakras, which are the 8 to 12, it's about living what is true for us as individuals. That's what this is really about. Spirituality provides fluidity in our individual experiences when we have a sense of spirituality. That's why it's so important to create a sense of spirituality for yourself, whatever that is. And recognizing that what may be true for me may not be true for you. And we need to honor that in each other. That's part of being co-creative, and accepting and connecting to all that is knowing that everyone is different. It provides us with freedom to experience life and create our own unique feelings and thoughts and interactions in relationship to the divine and our higher purpose. So these are the qualities of the seventh chakra archetypes. And those archetypes are the guru and the priest priestess. Collectively, we all have those archetypes within our seventh chakra that we are working with as we ascend. And so when we live a spiritual life, we can grow on all levels. That's the beauty of having a sense of spirituality and seeing that there's something greater than ourselves in the world. We're open to life then, and truths that we find in that our immediate world from moment to moment. We stay more present. It's how we see things around us, including being in nature, which very much connects us to our sense of something greater than ourselves and is very healing. We can be okay with reality changing and witness this with accommodating eyes. So spirituality promotes a world where all are equal. And I'm talking about authentic spirituality again. We connect to diversity, and the co-creative principles are truly embraced as we move into this new earth. This is what we need. This must all come into play within us and must be embodied within us before we can really make change, affect change in our world. Otherwise, we just keep circling the drain. So this is why all these great internal shifts are happening in you and happening in all of us to whatever degree it's happening. And those of you that are aware, you're getting much more benefit from this, because then you also have free will to make different choices. So May's ascension energies are really inviting us to move to another level of spiritual illumination that will inspire us to new heights and growth on our soulful journey. So let's explore the seventh chakra in the collective evolution in terms of the shadow sides. The shadow sides are the egotist and the false prophet. So that can be, someone adhering to rules and rituals very strictly, and that you're not allowed to color outside of the lines, and that you have to honor them, honor these rules or deities fiercely. And that's guarded by the ego. And that can happen in religion, that can happen in your daily life, that can happen in even the New Age spiritual movement. When someone says they are the only ones that know how the ascension process works, or what language to use, or that they're the only, their God is the only God. Like that keeps you in your ego and disconnects you from source and from spiritual enlightenment. So the other issue would be if someone, as I said, doesn't feel there's something greater than themselves going on out there, around them, as you connect to all that is. And that's a very egoic, intellectualized way of looking at life, and it dismisses the signs from the universe. So you can't receive what you need to receive to really navigate your way with spiritual discernment through your life and attract what you need. So this is where the law of attraction comes in, that spiritual law. So also when we're so rooted in the ego, this is when we're not connected to something greater than ourselves, then addiction, depression, malaise can come in, a sense of feeling like you have no purpose in this world. And we have this void in our soul, and we just are numb in a sense of fear and despair and aloneness. So connecting to something bigger in ourselves is really important to our sense of who we are overall and why we're here. And not having any rigidity in what we believe. So we shapeshift when it feels right. And as things shift in awareness around us. So my suggestion to you to work with this would be to be open and curious about what you believe. And receive all the information that comes into you, sit with it, be discerning, and have a hawk's eye view. And then act as needed if needed. So that's going to take a lot of reactionary. You may have noticed that you might be becoming less reactionary to what's going on around you as you shift in awareness. And that's what needs to happen. We need to come into that higher self, that higher brain, that prefrontal cortex to really affect change. Again, all these changes must occur on the inside before we can change our world and create a new world, new earth paradigm. So my overall point is when you're aligned with your inner guru and your priestess, there's no one way to a path of enlightenment, and you learn to temper your need for logic and control of the outcome, and just surrendering to the unknown and following your life and being open to receive. So we release this fear that is the main driver behind how we make our decisions and take action. So that's starting to sever more, and you're going to see more awakening. More people are going to understand that as we move forward and as we develop this more sense of our spiritual awareness and higher truth, that universal truth that when we connect to that, universal truth is you just know it's true. You can feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand up. You can feel that tingling. When someone says something like that, it's true. When you hear a truth. So this is how we're going to find our spiritual backbone, which is going to help us navigate through all the changes that are happening in our world, in this new way of being and living. We're in the becoming, so we're in the middle. It's difficult right now, but we're moving forward. So as you open to this, for those of you that are concerned about abundance and prosperity, and that was a big issue in the second chakra last month in particular, you might be really being concerned about money, cash flow. How are you going to live? How is this going to work? Just be open, be curious. And as you are, and let go of your beliefs about how to receive abundance, for example, then you tend to get what you need. That's the law of attraction. So continuing to have faith and keep working with your sense of awareness in the ways I talked about, if that resonates with you. And let me know in the comments below anything you're thinking, feeling, and if this was helpful for you. So my products to support you this month, for those of you who love and are curious about using vibrational medicine and nature's higher healing frequencies as a tool to support your process, is I have my Guru Essence and Elixir. And one of the plants in there is lavender. And lavender really calms the body's stress response. And therefore, it increases the receptor activity for the neurotransmitters and those sites around the pineal and the hypothalamus and the pituitary glands, so that they function more efficiently. And on a spiritual level, lavender allows us to surrender when we encounter ego resistance by helping us release old beliefs about how life works, why we're here, how we receive abundance. Right? Lavender is great for that. So work with lavender this month as a plant ally. And in the priestess, one of the main herbs and allies that I have is cilantro. And cilantro is about overcoming fear and loss and embracing the meaning of it. And it encourages us to surrender to the changes we are experiencing in ourselves and the world. So if you're having a lot of fear around what's happening in the world, sit with cilantro, eat cilantro. Cilantro tincture, it really helps you release rigidity around thoughts. And so that you can be in this becoming more easily with more flow and just align your destiny more effortlessly. This is about receiving and being the flow. We can't control anymore. No more control, no more fear. It's about being in our life and really navigating in a different way through it. And then I also have my white star essence because we're working with our 12th chakra this month, attuning to cosmic wisdom, activating that more, being in that gateway and that flow, if again we so choose, in attuning. So I have others there as well. Go to my website and the monthly specials are there. Take a look at my offerings if that resonates with you and if you need more support. And my written session update, as I mentioned, is there, and it contains a lot more information, including all the cosmic dates. We have a very powerful total lunar eclipse on May 5th, bringing in more of the empowered feminine. And that's going to help us move more into this flow of life, if you so choose. So just release that fear, trust, trust, trust. Move into your higher sense of spirituality. And I thank you for being courageous and holding space for a new earth where we are in right relationship with each other, with our planet, its creatures. We can create something so different from where we are. So many blessings to you. And I will see you in June.